and 91. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get this one wrong. Oh, it's the pituitary. I know it wasn't the thyroid gland. Don't ask me how I know that. It's lower back pain in the area of the five vertebrae classified as this. I didn't even see which. I've also heard lumbar support, but so that's why I went with that. L to pay. Bath sponge. That's really a topical gourd. Let's go ahead and guess this. I've heard of a loofah. I never know what it was, but I heard of it. Affectionate name for critters of the genus Agapornis. Ha! It has porn in it. Sorry. Oh gosh. Lovebirds? Yes. Shouldn't take much effort to tell me this. That Gordon Brown's political party. Oh gosh. It was Labor, isn't it? I don't know why. I know of Tony Brown from Great Britain. Take me to this reinforced section of fishing line with the... It's the line. Nope. Oh, that one made the most sense to me. I've always heard the saying hook, line, and sinker, but I never knew if it was correct or not. Medical dog. I'm gonna fail this. Oh gosh. I'm guessing it'll be tissue. Someone with tissue. Shoot. I don't know much about, like, I'd like to learn about. Well, I find anatomy quite boring. I'm not good at it. I think biology is the study of life, but I like to learn about biology. Just to learn about different animals. Visual acuity, this silent charge is divine from reading. Dang it. So player 2 needs at least 401 points to actually... Oh, she's in the positive. Oh, never mind. She's in above 0. But she needs 401 points to actually... This is the Hippocratic Oath. But she needs at least $1 to actually... I remember learning about that in the 4th grade. So, the Hippocratic Oath. But she needs at least $1, to actually play Final Jeopardy. Dang, I can't believe I got that one. You see, I don't know much about the human body. I took anatomy, but I was never good at it. I struggled with anatomy. I passed the class, but I struggled with it. Thermobocytes. Alright. Oh, it's my turn. Go 600. Of the often actually brine shrimp suspended in animation. Oh gosh. I want to say sea urchins, but I'm probably wrong. No, oh, I was wrong if I went with sea urchins. Let's go with this for 800. Women out task. Last person to have one of these grazing at the White House. Sheep. Or cows. It's deer or horse. Let's go with cow. Wow. McKellen won a Tony in 1981 for the playing this rival of Mozart and Amadeus. I think I'll know the name when I see it, but I probably don't. I'll probably get it wrong. It's Ludwig von Beethoven. I thought he was the only one of the. He's the only one of those I remember from that was alive around the time of Mozart. But really, no one's trying to guess this. Was he alive around the time of Mozart? I guess so. Well, 70 million living with Americans. Household. This is a dog. No, I was wrong. I thought the dogs were the most common house pet. Granted, I think this game came out in 2012, so it may have been different then. Oh man. Oh, it's a cat. You see, I got that one wrong. Type of parrot that bears the name of South American river can be used to cooler temperatures. Oh gosh. Oh, I know the Amazon is for sure, but I think that wouldn't make any sense. But if it is the Amazon, I definitely got it wrong. What is? Okay, it was the Amazon. Should have went with my first instinct as my former mass media and society. Uh, Teacher said the Romans. Oh, I'm losing money left, right, and center. So player 2 needs at least one right. Ah, you see, I didn't know that. His ship, he, his ship was there for 28 years. That's a tough one. There's a Robinson Crusoe, not Cruno. Yeah, I remember reading about that an abridged version of that book. Told this girl I don't care. Okay, I remember reading Tom Sawyer, but it was that I was like in the 6th grade, which was more than 10 years ago. Nathaniel Hawthorne Stale, Thomas Mal built a house in Salem with 7 of these. I've heard of Nathaniel Hawthorne, but Gables seemed like the most unlikely, but the most likely at the same time. But yeah, I've never. This is 1904. I've never read any of his books. At least if I have, I don't remember. I've read 1984. That is a good book, but it's kind of depressing in the way it ends. The Lilliputians called this Jonathan Swift character Quinnipius, which means a great man mountain. I know this. I read an abridged version of this. Gulliver's Travels. That's right. Go over 400. Don't cry from you. That's a dude? Oh well. No disrespect. Cats. Oh, I know. Isn't Cats supposed to be a musical? Sorry. I have the audio switched out for this.
The front of the Tony Award depicts these ancient twin emblems of comedy and tragedy. Player 1? That is correct. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. From 1997 to 2010, the Tony Award ceremony was held at this nearly 6,000-seat hall. Okay, Player 1?
Oh,
Nope.
no!
Sorry. Any other takers? The correct response is Radio City Music Hall. Player 2 is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 2, you make the next selection as we... The Gobelin factory of France was famous for these wall hangings and began manufacturing them around 1600. Player 1? Yes. Where do we begin, Player 1? You can visit this country's Les aux Meadows Historic Park, even if you're not a Viking. Okay, Player 1? No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, Player 2. No, sorry. Any other takers? Let's hear it, Player 3.
Yeah!
Right. Player 3, start us. This entire Italian city, spread over 118 islands, is a World Heritage Site. Okay, Player 1. Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Any other takers? Okay, Player 3.
Yeah!
You got it. This author of Timon of Athens was part owner of London's Blackfriars Theatre. It's Player 1.
Yes!
Player 1, his portrait of Jonathan Buttall is known as the Blue Boy. It's Player 1. Right. Please, beginning around 1790 in New York City, Duncan Phyfe was a leader in the artful manufacturing of this. It's Player 1. No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 3? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Yes, Player 2. Good. You've got some money again. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. Let's take it over to Kelly.
Beginning around 447 BC, Phidias supervised the making of the sculptures for this ancient structure.
It's Player 1. You are correct. Player 1, make a selection, please. Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. What'll it be? Answer this. He's the SNL guy, and you're not, who opened the 1988 show with, "Good evening, Hollywood phonies." He never hosted again. Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. Player 1, back to you. This South American capital didn't exist 60 years ago. It's Player 1. You are correct. Player 1, let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
The pyramid known as the castle is one of the wonders of this ancient Mayan city.
Let's hear it, Player 1. Sorry.
Oh!
That's wrong. Any other takers? Here's what we were looking for. Chichen Itza. Select again. Answer. The second daily double. And you have the lead. How much? Answer this. A visit to this country's Komodo National Park shouldn't drag on all day. That puts you even further ahead. You again, player one. The hopeless mud march in a Virginia downpour ended Burnside's command of the force called this Army. Player one? Nope.
Oh!
Any other takers? Let's hear it, player two. Correct. Where do we begin, player two? Here's Sarah with the clue.
At the 1863 Battle of Gettysburg, the Union's center line at Cemetery Ridge was hit by 12,000 Confederates, who suffered 42% casualties in the skirmish known as this man's charge.
Let's hear it, player one. Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. George Pickett. Please pick again, player two. His grandfather, Erasmus, argued in favor of evolution 60 years before he took up the cause himself. Okay, player one. Right. Player one, start us. In 1920, he was named director of the Institute of Theoretical Physics in Copenhagen. Let's hear it, player one. Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Here's what we were looking for. Niels Bohr. Player one, choose. In 1855, Napoleon III swung a deal, arranging for this man's appointment as physicist at the Paris Observatory. Yes, player one? Nope. Sorry. Anyone else? Yes, player three? Yeah, good. Player three, make a selection, please, as we continue. This German physicist won a 1918 Nobel Prize for his quantum theory. Player one? No. Sorry. Any other takers? Okay, player three? Yeah, good.
Yeah! Woo!
Player three, choose again. Until his death in 1907, this chemist headed the Weights and Measures Bureau in St. Petersburg, Russia. Okay, player one? No. Anyone else want to?
I can't believe I'm getting all these wrong.
Okay, player two. Good. Player two.
Then again, I know nothing about science.
Places in the Heart in 1985. Okay, player one. Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player two. That is correct. Player two, pick again. In 1992, proving he could keep up with the younger crowd, he did one-armed push-ups, accepting his City Slickers Oscar. Player one? No, sorry. Anyone else? The correct response is Jack Palance. Player 2, back to
I'm
you
gonna
for
start
our next
looking up
selection.
these.
This American Beauty nominee nearly had a pregnant pause at the 2000 show. She was due with her fourth at any moment. Yes, player 1? Oh, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct?
This is a big load of bullshit.
Here's what we wanted. Annette Bening. Select again. Disney sued the Academy for unflattering use of this character after a 1989 duet with her and Rob Lowe. It's player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Okay, player 3? Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player 2. You got it. Player 2, choose again. This national battlefield in Sharpsburg, Maryland commemorates the bloodiest single day of the Civil War. Okay, player 1? Yes. Where do we begin, player 1? It's the T in ATM, or physicist Edward. Player 1? Right. Player 1, you pick again. In 1862, Confederate General Beauregard wanted Island Number 10 in this body of water held at all costs. Didn't happen.
Let me look it up. Gosh, I cannot. Okay, found it. Oh gosh, okay, I found the guy. I just need to actually look it up. Guard River. Let me look it up. Fudging, finally I'm getting some money back. Back to game volume.
Player 1? Correct. Player 1, you pick again, please. In some religious beliefs, it's the process of transference of a soul into another body at death. It's player 1. Right. Player 1, choose. It's a sustained pull applied mechanically to correct fractured or dislocated bones. Okay, player 1. Nope. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Traction. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. It can mean to veer or to go sour as applied to milk. Okay, player 1.
Oh!
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? We're talking about to turn. All three of you will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. Time to get ready for Final Jeopardy. And today the category is this: ancient names. You need to select your wager. And the clue reads, appropriately, the name of this dramatist comes from Greek words meaning wise and famous. And your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? And your response? And that will set you back. Let's see your response. And that will cost you. Player 2, congratulations to you. We'll see you all next time.